Hello and welcome back. Stay alert to help avoid and prevent elder abuse. You know, the statistics are really alarming. Elder abuse and abuse of people with disabilities is one of the fastest growing areas of financial exploitation in the United States. And even more alarming or concerning or really disappointing is that 90% of abusers are family members or other trusted persons like caretakers, friends, attorneys, bank employees, and even pastors. I mean, that is just crazy. So what can you do to protect yourself, to protect loved ones, to protect somebody you know, or just to be on the lookout for signs of a friend or somebody that you want to help if you see these things? Well, the exploitation, let's talk about why it happens. Well, it's not a secret. The wrongdoers, the never-do-wells, the shame-on-you people go where the money is. Get this. Age 50 and older in the United States control 70% of the wealth in our country. So next time that person that's maybe older than you is in front of you, open the door for them, you know? No, they be nice to the over 50. But they are the ones with the wealth. So if you're going to go fishing, you go where the fish are. Now, the other thing that makes it part of the bad guys or on their radar screen is that as people get older, there is a correlation with older age and cognitive impairment. We slow down. We don't think as quickly. We could get confused easier. These things happen. Now, the other thing about elderly or older people is that their patterns of behavior are more predictable. The mail is delivered at 2:55 in the afternoon. The person, they're retired, they are out there at 2:56 to get the mail. All right, well, bad guy's going to exploit them. Their car, the bad guy's car, may break down right in front of their house at 2:56. What do you know it? What are the odds? Well, they know, they've been watching. So then they say, we need money, I got a problem, whatever the case may be. So the routines are more predictable. There may be additional challenges because, as we all know, I experienced this myself, we all experience this to some degree, that ever increasing faster technology, new technology, is always passing all of us by unless you're in charge of technology for a company or this is just your skill set. All of us are always going, oh, what's that latest technology? Well, a lot of financial stuff is done through technologically based software online, so that also creates an issue. Helpers can also get access to the elder person's money. Let's say somebody comes in to help out with in-home care or just helping with chores, maybe a family member. Any of these situations may create an opportunity for that person to exercise undue influence. They may be a family member or they just may be another person. Now, sometimes what happens is the family member will exercise control or even manipulate the elder into getting access to their money because they feel like it's their money anyway. They say, well, you know, I'm going to get this anyway. I'm sure mom or dad, even though they don't really understand what's going on, they'd want me to have it now because, well, I'm going to get it anyway, and I could use it now. Later, I'm not going to really need it. And if they ended up going into a nursing home or something else, the money might get used for a nursing home. So if I take it now, well, then that's going to protect it. You see the rationalizing that can go on? We also see situations where there's a sense of resentment, maybe against the victim themselves. You know, mom didn't ever love me as much as she loved the other ones. I don't know, something that is in that person's mind that may be from when they were a child and now that they are the quote-unquote adult, now that they are the care provider, maybe there's some twisted revenge there and taking advantage of them with the money. The other one that I've seen play out firsthand with families is sometimes you have one family member who resents the other family member, so they get access to the money and squirrel it away so that they can not only get it for themselves, but also a form of revenge. Maybe there's been one family member who's taken care of mom or dad for years while the others have been maybe in other parts of the country and haven't helped at all. And they feel a sense of entitlement, but also, doggone it, I'm going to make sure you don't get it, or at least you're going to get less. There's a form of equalizing some parity there that they feel like they're justified in their actions. So now, there are techniques that are commonly used to access the elder person's funds. Some of them include getting access to ATM cards, checks, so you can write their own check. Even more powerful is being named as a power of attorney. This is a legal document where you give somebody a power of attorney. You are creating a clone of yourself for legal and financial purposes. They can go down to the bank and withdraw every nickel out of your account with a power of attorney. So be careful who you give your power of attorney to. What else do? They use, oh, this is really sad, they use threats of abandonment or even physical abuse, can you imagine, to get control and get access. They even deny that person care, maybe medical care, so that they can retain control. I saw that also firsthand in a situation where a person was being controlled and wasn't being transported where they should have been taken, so the person could retain control over them and bilk them for the money they were getting access to. So what can you do? These are all the things that can happen. What can you do? You can pay attention. Look for changes of behavior in the victim, in the elder that you suspect maybe is the victim. Are they moody, even more so, maybe than they were? Are they withdrawn? Do they act differently? Do they seem awkward? You know, this is a very, very embarrassing situation for that person. So there may be a significant change in behavior. Are you hearing that there are bills that are going unpaid? Are utilities getting cut off? Are there, you know, do they give their car away, or do they sell their car, or do they give up something that was important to them? All of these are little signs that could be indicative of a problem. And again, it's very embarrassing. They could have a whole range of emotions, but just pay attention for a change of personality. And then now here's the other thing that probably is most important. If you see signs or you have suspicions, that doesn't mean that there is an actual crime or victimization going on or abuse, but there could be. And most of us are not necessarily trained to pick up or even investigate these things. I'm not telling you to go confront the son who's driving mom's car. I'm saying, though, that if you see things that look suspicious, then you can get law enforcement involved and they can investigate it and look into it in the proper way. Most states have a department. In Florida, for example, we've got the Florida Department of Children and Families. You can go to the National Adult Protective Services Association, or you can simply just call the police and say, here's what I suspect. Where do I go with this? What do I do? So these are the things to do if you suspect that there is something going on. And now, this may not directly affect you, but you can help this other person live with dignity, maintain what they have, and plan stronger.